Hello everybody, it's TannerFishies here, back again with a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be going through every little bit of information that we know for the 2022 storyline of Ninjago. Now obviously for this year of 2021, the Ninjago content for the TV series, give or take, has been pretty much spent. We've had the Island and Seabound as both installments of this year already completed and out of the way, and the rest of the year admittedly does seem pretty barren for Ninjago content, which is why a lot of us Ninjago fans are very much looking forward to the next year of 2022, which will bring the Ninjago storyline back in full force, and we actually do have several bits of confirmed information that we're going to be covering in today's video. This video is not going to be featuring any new information, just a quick recap of everything that we know so far as of early June of 2021. The 2022 season is still months away from being released, and a lot of us Ninjago fans are not exactly sure what exactly the new season will be all about, but like I said, we do have a list of confirmed information. Everything that I'm going to be talking about in today's video has either been confirmed by Tommy Andreasen, who is one of the co-creators of Ninjago, or various writers that work on the show, as well as information that has been teased as well. So I figured we would go through every bit of information, I would give a couple of quick thoughts on each subject, and then we would jump on to the next one. It seems like a pretty good way to round out this video. Like I said, this is just a recap of everything that we have confirmed so far, and I have made individual videos on each of these subjects. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump forward and take a look at our first point here for Ninjago 2022. The very first thing that we're going to be talking about in today's video is the fact that the new Ninjago season has basically completed the writing process. According to Tommy Andreasen in May of 2021, the Ninjago season, or at least the next Ninjago season for 2022, was extremely close to being completely written. The writing was almost finalized, and considering how that was nearly a month ago, I think it's safe to say that the first 2022 season has officially concluded the writing process. And of course that means that production of the animation, voice acting, all that kind of stuff is now in full force. We had reports earlier this year that voice acting for the 2022 season was commencing, but we're not exactly sure how much was actually completed. According to Tommy Andreasen, there is still writing to be done. So in terms of the Ninjago 2022 season, it's very much well into production. A lot of the Ninjago production lately has been done from home due to the current pandemic. In fact, Seabound, actually fun fact, was primarily completed by the Ninjago crew working at home. So it's a miracle that the season turned out as good as it did. And it seems like the 2022 production for the new Ninjago season is going to be taking a lot of influence from what 2021 did for the production of Ninjago. Speaking of the writing, I figured we would jump into the next point here. The writing will be a little bit more comedic. We've already touched on this in videos prior, but the 2022 storyline will be adding a new writer into the mix, along with a couple of new voice actors, either for new characters or old ones. Now in terms of the writing being a little bit more comedic, like I said, new writers are being brought on, and those writers are supposedly taking Ninjago into a more comedic direction. The old writers are still involved, obviously, but the newer ones are being added in to provide that comedic spin. What exactly that's going to look like in the final product of 2022 season, we have no idea. All we know for sure is that new writers are being added to the writing staff, and as a result, the Ninjago seasons will primarily be more comedic based from here on out. Exactly what percentage of the Ninjago season will be comedy, we don't know for sure, but you can expect a lot more comedy in the upcoming Ninjago seasons. Also, in terms of returning characters, we have Skyler. Skyler will definitely be explored to some degree in the upcoming Ninjago story. The role of Skyler in the 2022 storyline has very much been rumored right now by Ninjago fans to be a big one. There are several rumors that Skyler will indeed be joining the team to replace Nia. That hasn't been confirmed just yet. What we have confirmed is that Skyler's power of Amber will definitely be focused on to some degree. What exactly that'll look like, we have no idea. I for one think that Skyler joining the ninja team would be a very good idea. I've already discussed that in previous videos as well, but I feel like Skyler has a lot to offer, and I'm really happy that we're going to be exploring her power of Amber, where it came from, what it can do, and it's also been teased that Kai and Skyler's romance will be touched on a little bit as well. What exactly that might look like, we have no idea just yet. All we know is that Skyler will probably be touched on in some way, shape, or form, but we're not sure her role yet or how much screen time she will actually have in the next season of Ninjago. Another thing that we know about the 2022 season of Ninjago is that it'll be a conclusion to something. This has been rumored for a long time, but the consensus among the Ninjago community is that the next season of Ninjago, probably the first season of 2022, will be the conclusion to the Venshone arc, which was first brought up in season 13. Now exactly if this is going to be the case, we have no idea. Like I said, it's just a rumor right now. All we know for sure is that the next season of Ninjago will be a conclusion to something. Some folks have also been suggesting that maybe this will be the conclusion conclusion to Nia's story, carried over from Seabound, as that hasn't really had an official ending just yet, and I feel like that is highly likely. However, I think a lot of Ninjago fans are very much expecting the next season of Ninjago to conclude the Vengestone arc, myself included. However, that's not confirmed just yet. All that is confirmed is that the 2022 season will be a conclusion to some degree. What exactly that is, we have no idea just yet. Obviously, rumors and speculation will fly. Another thing that I want to talk about is something that I haven't really touched on the channel before, but it's been rumored that the 2022 story will feature a more government-focused season. This was first brought up on various Ninjago fan podcasts, and honestly, I kind of like this idea of having the government of Ninjago be touched on more. We've seen that in the past with various police forces and the royal family during Sons of Garmadon, and even Shintaro to an extent I'd say is more government-oriented, but a lot of us Ninjago fans are very confused as to what this means, and as such I haven't really done a video on this just yet because I don't exactly know what to say. All I will say is that it was touched on that the government of Ninjago will be featured in some way in the next season. What exactly that'll look like, we have no idea just yet. Once again, rumors and speculation will fly. Another thing that I want to touch on in today's video is the idea of Kai and Nia's relationship growing stronger in the Ninjago future. Now this is something that was kind of left over from the speculation for Seabound as well, but Tommy Andresen, one of the co-creators of Ninjago, had said at one point in time that Kai and Nia's relationship would see a massive improvement in the future, or at least they would be more interactive in the future with each other. Their relationship would be showcased more, if you will. Obviously with Seabound, Kai and Nia were kind of separated a lot during that season. Nia was off with her own team of ninja venturing the underseas of Ninjago, while Kai and Cole were kind of focusing on more Ninjago City-oriented problems during Seabound, and as such, Kai and Nia hardly had any interaction. Certainly not enough to expand their relationship even further, like it was previously rumored and touched on by the Ninjago creators. Now, what I think could be happening is that maybe those hints were not meant for Seabound, but instead were meant for the 2022 story. This is a very big rumor, and as such, I must specify that this is indeed a rumor, but it was confirmed at one point that Kai and Nia's relationship would indeed expand. Exactly what season that would play into, I personally have no idea, but if we didn't see it in Seabound, we'll probably see it in the 2022 story. That's where this actually comes into play here. I feel like the 2022 season following the departure of Nia will greatly affect Kai's character, so much so that he'll probably want to get his sister back in some way. I could totally see their relationship expanding by Kai actually trying to go out of his way to find Nia and bring her back to the ninja team. Of course, that storyline is rumored to be featured for Jay as well, but I've always said that the two of them could easily team up and actually create a storyline together where they try to bring back Nia. Maybe Kai and Nia could meet in some way, and maybe Nia could explain her side of things to Kai. Maybe Kai could actually explain his motivations and why he actually wants Nia back on the team, and perhaps we can actually get some development for Kai's character in the midst of all of this. Either way, Kai and Nia's relationship being touched on more, we didn't see that in 2021, so we'll probably see that for 2022, hence why I'm including that in today's video. And last but certainly not least, we have the confirmation of Nia's storyline being concluded in some way. Now, we're not exactly sure if this is going to be touched on in the 2022 season or not, but Nia's storyline will be brought back at some point. This has been confirmed by various writers of the TV show, as well as just common sense. They're not going to take Nia out of the entire story, and what exactly her return will look like, we have yet to see. I personally would like her return to come at a later date. I feel like we could definitely focus on other things in Ninjago before we worry about bringing Nia back, but Nia's storyline will be touched on in some way, whether it be in the first or second half of 2022, or maybe even later than that. All we know right now is that Nia is not confirmed to be explicitly gone. The writers of Ninjago have teased us to hold out hope, and we as Ninjago fans need to do just that, hold out hope. Regardless though, right now that's basically all we have for confirmed information. If I'm missing anything, feel free to let me know down below in the comments section. I look forward to reading it and figuring out what you guys think about all of this kind of stuff. If I had to pick one thing that I'm kind of excited for, I'm very much looking forward to seeing Skyler explored a little more. Like I said, Skyler is a character that I've been longing to see get the spotlight for several years now. She's one of my favorite characters, and having her romance with Kai be explored a little bit more as well is definitely going to be beneficial to her character and Kai's character. So like I said, guys, leave all your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what thing about this list you are most excited to see. What do you think 2022 is going to do to Ninjago overall? And let me know down below in the comments if you enjoyed the video. That's going to pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.